When I was like 4, I was diagnosed with ADHD, speech delay, processing delay, central auditory processing delay. They said I wasn't gonna be able to comprehend or do math. That's what the doctor said, and of course that's what motivated me to prove them wrong.
We call him 5.0 Nick. No matter what, it's school basketball, he's giving 110% every day.
When I was younger, it was like, oh my gosh, like this is terrible. He doesn't have a future, he has no hope. I'm a preacher's kid, both sides of the family. My mom, my dad, they were my support system. So without them, I wouldn't be here right now. Later on in high school, I became valedictorian. I love math. I'm majoring in electrical engineering.
My major is kinesiology, so my homework is a lot less hassle than what his is. So I walk in and he'll be doing a math equation that's like 2 pages long, and I'll joke about it and be like, the answer is C. And so he'll laugh at me and be like, bro, you don't know how to do this. Everything that he has been through, like his disabilities, he don't let that hold him back, because he knows that there's people out there that deal with the same stuff as him. And I know that he wants to be an example for those people, to show that anything is possible as long as you work hard. And that's what he's an example to me as well.
First met Nick, his senior year in high school. Recruited us probably a little bit harder than we recruited him in some ways, which is kind of a neat part of the story as well.
I just stopped going to other schools because I just knew I was going to go to Harding. It was academics and then basketball. So it was just love at first sight.
I think Nick's done a really good job, especially with the degree he's trying to pursue and that he is pursuing in a great way, and then balancing being a part of an athletic team as well.
I do still struggle, like whenever I take a test, I just have to get that extra time, because each question I have to process it way longer than the average person. I have to take a lot of math courses. Last semester I had to take Calculus 1. It was my first B ever, so it wasn't the end of the world, but I felt like I almost died. But it said like God puts you in difficult situations, but not impossible ones. He knows that you can go through it. So what I'm going through now, it's not impossible.
When I think about Nick, I just think of being bold. Like there's never a situation where he's not being himself. It's easy whenever there's 18 people in a locker room talking, it's easy to just sit there and listen. But from the first day, that was not Nick. He didn't just sit there and listen to our conversation. He was leading the part of the conversation. And that's something that you don't see a lot as a freshman.
I think when you're around Nick, you don't even think of the word disability. He's having to learn a lot. It's a huge transition from the high school level to the college level for any player or any level they go to. But he works hard, he brings a great attitude every day, and he's a great encourager for the rest of the team.
Compared to high school and college, there's a lot more plays. In high school, I was like the go-to like big man in the paint. Like I would get all the boards, putbacks. I'd just be the go-to, like give me the ball and I'll put in the hoop, you know. But I know I can understand it. Just gotta keep looking at the playbook. I want to let people know that they still have hope. Like people who have autism or physical disabilities, don't have a limb, or like they still have a chance to be successful. It's not the end for them.
He's one of my favorite teammates because he's always energetic. Because he walked on and he's a freshman, it's hard when he come onto a team where everybody's older, more experienced, but he didn't let that affect how he acted in practice. You would never know by his body language that he was upset about playing time or nothing. He was always 100% involved in practice.
There's a positive, uplifting energy that he brings to the team, and if he's not in the drill, just encouraging teammates.
I didn't want to let anybody define who I was. Like, you know, I'm the author. I write my own pages, and even if it'll be troubled times or good times, I want to be the one that makes my story.